In February 2025, a single transaction moved across the blockchain. No alarms sounded. No doors were kicked in. No masks, no guns, no getaway cars. Just lines of code. Silent, invisible, irreversible. By the time anyone realized what had happened, $1.5 billion had vanished into the digital ether. This is not a movie. This is the largest cryptocurrency heist in human history. And the empire it destroyed? It was supposed to be unhackable. The rise, building the empire. Bybit launched in 2018, founded by Zhou in Dubai. At a time when crypto exchanges were collapsing left and right, including FTX, Celsius, and BlockFi, Bybit did something different. It survived. While competitors imploded under regulatory pressure and mismanagement, Bybit quietly built the second-largest crypto derivatives exchange on Earth. By 2025, they were processing over $65 billion in daily trading volume. $65 billion, every single day. Their cold wallet system, the digital vault where customer funds were supposedly locked away from the internet, was considered industry-leading. They had insurance funds, multi-signature security, blockchain monitoring. Zhou built an empire on one promise: your money is safe here. And for 7 years, it was. The peak. The empire at its height. February 21st, 2025. Bybit was riding higher than ever. Bitcoin was surging. Trading volume was breaking records. The exchange had just completed a routine transfer, moving $400 million in Ethereum from their cold wallet to a warm wallet for operational liquidity. A standard procedure, done thousands of times before, but this time, the transaction never reached its destination. The interface looked correct. The multi-signature approvals appeared legitimate. The blockchain explorer showed a normal transfer, except the receiving address had been silently swapped. Hackers had compromised the Safe Wallet interface, the third-party developer tool Bybit used to sign transactions. Not the exchange itself, not the blockchain, just the software layer in between. It was like replacing the lock on your front door while you were still holding the key. Everything looked normal, until it wasn't. $400 million disappeared in a single click, then another $400 million, then another. By the time Bybit's security team froze every system, $1.5 billion in Ethereum, staked Ethereum, and meth tokens were gone. The betrayal, the invisible enemy. The investigation moved fast. Blockchain analysts at Chainalysis, Elliptic, and Arkham Intelligence traced the stolen funds across hundreds of wallets, through decentralized exchanges, cross-chain bridges, and privacy mixers. The pattern was unmistakable. This was not a lone hacker in a basement. This was Lazarus Group, a North Korean state-sponsored cyber warfare unit that has stolen over $3 billion in cryptocurrency since 2017. Their method is surgical. They don't brute force passwords. They don't exploit blockchain vulnerabilities. They target the weakest link, humans and their tools. In this case, SafeWallet's developer infrastructure, a compromised AWS account, a manipulated JavaScript file, a single line of code that redirected every transaction to wallets controlled by Pyongyang. The betrayal wasn't inside Bybit. It was in the invisible infrastructure they trusted. And that is the terrifying truth of modern empire building. Your security is only as strong as your most vulnerable vendor. The collapse. The empire crumbles. Zhou went live on X within hours. He admitted everything. $1.5 billion. Gone. The largest theft in financial history. But then he did something extraordinary. He announced a personal loan to Bybit. He pledged his own fortune to cover customer withdrawals. He opened the exchange for immediate, unlimited withdrawals, even as the blockchain showed North Korean wallets still laundering the stolen funds. For 48 hours, the crypto world held its breath. Would Bybit collapse like FTX? Would customers lose everything? Would the empire crumble? The withdrawals came. Billions of dollars in customer funds flowed out, and somehow, Bybit survived. But the empire was shattered. Trust, the only currency that matters in crypto, had evaporated. Trading volume plummeted. Competitors circled like vultures. Regulators who had looked the other way suddenly demanded answers. And SafeWallet, the compromise tool that enabled the entire heist, its parent company, Safe, saw its valuation collapse. Partnerships dissolved. The infrastructure layer of the crypto empire had been proven fatally flawed. The aftermath, the new world. Today, the stolen Ethereum is still moving. North Korean wallets continue laundering funds through privacy protocols, decentralized exchanges, and cross-chain bridges. The Lazarus Group has refined their operation into an industrial-scale money laundering machine. Bybit still operates. Zhou still runs it. But the empire is a shadow of what it was. The $1.5 billion question remains. If the second-largest crypto exchange on Earth can be emptied in a single afternoon, is any digital fortune truly safe? The empire builders promised us security. The hackers proved it was an illusion. And somewhere in Pyongyang, a nation-state operation just funded its nuclear program with your digital wallet. Outro. Subscribe to Empire Uncovered for more stories of the rise, dominance, and collapse of corporate empires. Because in the digital age, empires don't fall from invasion. They fall from a single line of code.